Here's a summary of what I've done in step 7. We have put the driver's hatch on with its little latch on the back. Excuse me. We've put the on the back side here, put this on. That holds the barrel when they're traveling. I have put a couple of hooks on the back, some spiky looking things there. I'm not sure what they're going to hold, maybe extra track pieces, and some other hooks down in here, and this little clip down here on the back underside here, which helps hold the upper body to the lower hull, the upper hull to the lower hull. And in the step before it, which was step 6, we got these little headlight guards put on, a couple more hooks. All these boxes in the back here were put on separately. So we're ready for step 8. Step 8 is attaching the upper hull to the lower hull. Now here's the thing with that. That's all fine and dandy, except for two things. I have not put this rear plate on the back with the rear backup lights or whatever, running lights, etc. And it's going to go on here somewhere, if I remember right. But I was having a weird time of hooking it on there correctly. So the other thing that we have to consider is that we have not put the tank treads on yet, which is okay. I can put them on later, I guess. I've done that before. That's how it's going to go. And then this piece in the back here is going to hook on back there. Okay, so we'll clean this piece up a bit, and we're going to see about hooking that on there. We'll put this whole thing together, and yeah, once we get that together, it's going to start to look like something. Just going to sand these little nubs that I missed before. Make sure there's no others that I missed, because that won't fit together correctly if those are on there. Okay, let's see. This back panel fits on here, kind of like that. I almost think it's going to be better to put that on later, but it goes on like that. And this fits on top. Oh, I'm going to pause the camera while I'm trying this. And here we have the upper hole and the lower hole glued together. All the wheels, drive sprockets, tow hooks, hatches on the front, utility boxes on the back. Yeah, so ready to go. The tape is just for holding down the gun. When they're traveling, they tie the gun down with this big clamp thing. And I know people have told me what the name of that is, I just don't remember. Anyhow, the next thing, I'm now working on the turret and the gun. And I have all the parts out here for step 10. And we need to make a bunch of holes on this part of the turret. Okay, so I have glued the two halves of the turret together and discovered that the two halves are kind of mismatched a bit. Not seriously, but this is uneven over here where it joined together, and it's uneven right here where it joined together. A little bit right here in the front. So I'm going to have to sand it to even out these seams where it joined together. I mean, I was going to sand it anyway, but now it's going to end up being sanded more than I originally thought. Oh well. It's an older kit. Even a Tamiya older kits have fitting issues. So there it is. That's what it looks like so far. The mantlet here is going to go on the front just like that. And the other thing is on the very top up here, there's a serial number. The copyright sign next to it. Copyright symbol. I got to sand that off. Not sure why that's there on the outside. It's kind of weird. Right there. Right, so starting to put together the reactive armor. This is in step 9, and there's a few pieces I've just managed to put together here real quickly, and there's still more to do, but I have also put on the headlamps right here. This large piece of reactive armor I'm going to stick on the nose of this thing, and it goes, yeah, there's a couple of holes right there. This goes around the headlights, and then it's supposed to line up with these holes over here. I can see the holes, but getting them lined up and in there is a little fiddly. It looks like that's them. Not really going into those holes very well, are they? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I was doing it right. They just don't go in that far. Let's do that again with some glue this time. Now that I see how they're supposed to go. There we go. There. There's a front piece of reactive armor on there. That looks pretty cool. So apparently, from what I understand, this reactive armor were steel plates that they bolted on, and supposed to absorb most of the impact of a incoming shell or bullet, and hopefully keep it from penetrating into the tank and destroying the tank and the people inside of it. That was the idea. Let's see. This is C and B. B goes over on this side here. There's no holes. Uh-oh. Oh, great. Oh, great. I didn't drill out the holes for this one. Uh-oh. Somehow I missed that in the instructions. So I'm going to have to wing it, which means I'm going to have to cut off these pins, alignment pins. And I'm going to have to just glue it straight onto the surface here. And it's really hard to tell without the alignment pins exactly what kind of an angle this is supposed to be at. Right there. I see how it's got to clear the hatch, and it's got to clear the hatch and not interfere with these boxes over, utility storage boxes over here. So it's got to go somewhere right in there like that, because the turret's going to go on just like that. And so it's got to be able to clear the turret. As the turret is spinning around, it's got to clear it. So probably going to go down here a little further. Like that, maybe? Boy, that barely clears the turret. You know what? I'm just going to wait and put on some other reactive armor, and we'll figure that one out later. Okay, so continuing on in step 9, we need to turn the tank over, and we're going to put another piece of armor on there, H46. So let's find H46. H46, there it is. Give this a little bit of a sand. This is going to go underneath the nose of this tank. Okay, let's turn it over, and it is going to go onto the bottom of this part right here that we already put on. So it goes this way. That doesn't look right. Oh, I see. Okay, there's kind of like these little clips that it goes into. Just like that. Alright, so let's put a little glue on these clips. Like that. And then on this side. I gotta line those clips up again. There we go. Just like that. All right, there it is. Alright, so the nose of the tank has got 2 pieces of reactive armor on it. Just like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. H33. I see that's another small piece in H34. Okay, so let's find those two. H33 and H34. There they are. These are small little squares of armor plating. Have to be about a foot square. Okay. They are going to go on top, the front. This is number 34, and it goes not exactly on top, but it goes over here. Now, oh, I see. There's no hole for this, so it's going to just clip on or fit over this little tab. I'm not exactly sure. It goes right in front of this box. There are a couple of pins there, and there's a little tab right there. Now, is it supposed to go over that tab or just over the... Boy, this all of a sudden the directions are not very clear. They show it going in there somewhere, but I do not see how it's supposed to go there. Just lay down right like that? That doesn't make any sense. Let's look at this other one here, H33. This one's got three pegs in it, and it's supposed to go over this thing right here. Oh boy. Okay, this doesn't make any sense either. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden I'm getting into some territory in these instructions where it's just not very plain to see what's going on, and it's just not clear. I'm going to have to rethink this, study this some more, figure out what I'm doing wrong or what I'm missing. I am working on the turret and have the main gun attached, top and bottom parts of the turret, and I'm ready to proceed to step 12, which is going to be adding a turret basket, a whole series of hand grips, a couple looks like hatches, some looks like reactive armor maybe. Yeah, so I gotta find a bunch of parts here, and we're gonna start with building the turret basket itself. So that's going to be a combination of plastic parts and the mesh that came with the kit. So I'm going to pause the camera while I find a bunch of parts here that are going to be on the D sprue. The turret is coming along. Got the basket on the back. Got to hatch some of the armor panels. handles, things like that. And so we're ready to turn the page and move on to the next step. The next step is going to be adding a bunch more of the reactive armor onto these plates. So let's get the sprue that has the reactive armor on it, this one, and we're going to start taking this stuff off the sprue and attaching it onto this turret. And here's the turret with more of the reactive armor. Here on the mantlet, on the sides, here's the grenade launcher. We got more reactive armor to put on these plates here, and one up here in the front. So that's going to be in step 14. So we'll turn this thing around and work on this side now. All right. And here we are through step 14. It is all the reactive armor on the turret. It came out all right. Okay, well, that's it for today. Next time, it'll be step 15, and that'll be attaching the commander's cupola and the machine gun, installing the turret and jerry cans, various things like that. I also still have a few pieces of the excuse me, of the reactive armor to put on the tank body itself. So that'll all be next time.